Good afternoon on this beautiful Thursday. Well, I'm not going to say beautiful because of the weather, because the weather is miserable and gray. But I have a little story about an event that happened just the other night. I'm trying not to cry because I'm extremely happy. And I do mean that. Last night, my wife sent me a text message asking me to get a few things from work. Now, I didn't think nothing about it because they were everyday items that we sometimes run out of and need. And then as I'm getting off work, and this message came like earlier, like an hour or two after I got home. I got to work. So I'm thinking, okay. And then I text her. I said, okay, what was it you needed me to get? You never sent me a list. She goes, oh, never mind. I need you to come home as soon as possible, or as soon as you can. Not like it's an emergency, but don't worry about it. She wanted me to come home early. And her explanation was because we had to get up at like 8 o'clock this morning for two different appointments. One of them was at 9, and the other one was like at 11 or something like that. Basically, we had to go to her oncologist and her wound care doctor. That's not important to the story. What's important was I was like, okay, she wants me to come home right away so we can get to sleep early. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's understandable. No big deal. I come home, Jerry and Mom are sitting in the living room, and I'm like, okay, I thought you'd be in bed waiting for me to come home so we can just go to sleep. She goes, I have a little bit of a surprise for you. And I'm like, oh, really? And I had noticed that there was one of her old chucks from when she wasn't able to get out of bed fast enough if she peed. And I was like, what? Before she even said, yeah, I have a little bit of a surprise, I was like, why is that on the floor? I just questioned, not rudely, but I was just like, why do we have one of those on the floor? She goes, I would like to introduce you to your new daughter. And I'm like, daughter? And I come around to look at her, and here pops up out from underneath the blanket this cute little head. And I'm like, no, you didn't get me a puppy. Sure enough, she got a little female puppy. She's tiny, but she is cute. So I was like, oh my God. I'm not going to be able to go to sleep for a while because, getting acclimated to this puppy. But I mean, it was like, I come over to sit down on the couch, and the puppy crawls out from underneath the blanket. And she's just this little, maybe 3.5, probably under 5 pounds. But she has this, she is this cute, adorable looking thing. And if you are a subscriber to Facebook and can see the pictures of on Facebook under my name, or on Instagram underneath my name, you see this little puppy laying in Jane's lap. And she is the most adorable little thing ever. And Mom had already kind of gave her a name, Oreo, because of her black and white coloring. But she's also got some brown spots from, I guess, German Shepherd, because she's got those little freckles or moles, or what you can call them, with hair sticking out of them. That's classic German Shepherd characters. But she's got these small little paws and this cute little nose, and I'm like, this little bundle of joy is not going to get very big. I mean, she might be a small little thing, or a small to medium size little thing. But Mom called her Oreo, so that name stuck as her first name. And Jerry Ann was like, you can change the name if you want to. She we got her basically for me as like an emotional support dog. But Mom was loving the puppy before I got home. they were telling me all the different stories how mom was just holding onto the puppy and petting it and named it Oreo. And I was like, okay, well, we're going to stick with Oreo for the first name because it matches her color blend. But I decided to attach a middle name. So this little puppy, which I'm going to show you a picture at the end of this video, is Oreo Freya Henson. Now, I gave the puppy the middle name Oreo, or middle name Freya, because I wanted a Nordic name. And Freya was like the first thing that came to my mind, because Freya is the Nordic god of nature, animals, love, that kind of thing. So it was just like perfect name. Perfect name. So this little bundle of joy, we brought it into the bedroom and had it in the bed with us. Unfortunately, the person this puppy came from didn't want the puppies. Like, his female dog got, as Jerry put it, raped or something like that. I don't know how dogs get raped, but anyhow, he didn't want, this gentleman was like totally against having the puppies. He wanted to get rid of every single one of them. So our friend who brought it to us, her sister knew about the guy who wanted to get rid of these puppies. Unfortunately, these puppies were not very well taken care of. I mean, they were living in filth. I hope the guy, at least fed them. Even if he didn't want to, like, get attached or do anything but feed them and leave them to, whatever. So she's more kind of a rescue dog because of the situation. If the Animal Control or Animal Society, whatever, ASPA or whatever group that is, would have gotten involved, they would have taken the dogs away anyhow, but they would have probably found homes for them. I'm just glad I have this puppy now because, I mean, even though last night was rough because we had thunderstorms in our areas and she was barking, she doesn't have a very loud bark. Thankfully, Mom didn't hear her at the other end. I haven't seen Lisa today because Lisa had to go to Columbia or Jefferson for a medical ordeal. And I don't know how long Lisa's going to be gone, but she's been gone for the better half of the day. And I want to apologize to Lisa because I hope this puppy didn't wake her up. But today we took the puppy on our runs. Basically, me and Jerry went to her medical appointments and we came back here, picked up the puppy and Jerry's home health aide person who was taking care of stuff for us here at the house while we were gone. And we went running to Dollar Tree and Dollar General in town here to pick up some supplies for the puppy. Basically, we got the puppy a harness, a leash. They didn't have any collars, so I might have to try to grab a collar at work, find a nice collar for her at work. Some snacks, some toys, like little doggy treats and toys. Got her this peanut butter filled bone, like a chew toy type deal. And but last night, because of the weather and whatnot, she was a little scared and barking, and anytime anything would move in the room, like if I would roll over or shift my feet, she'd bark at my feet. She did have a couple accidents in the bed, which I disciplined her properly, which is just a simple rub her nose into it, say no, give her a little smack on her nose, not a hard smack, just a little whack, a little hard boop on the nose or whatever you want to call it, nothing harsh, and just said no, and took her off the bed to put her on a wee wee pad. So, and more like one of Jerry's old chucks. After like the second accident, she realized, no, I have to go on this thing, not the bed. So I ended up having to sleep in the living room because it was just too much for me. I mean, I was exhausted. I did not want to get overly upset at the puppy for being a puppy, and you know, just losing my cool with the little girl. So we are going to try something new tonight, since tonight is basically my Friday and I can stay up as long as necessary to get the puppy to settle down. But we are going to we already put a wee wee pad in the living room for her to use, and then we're going to put another one in the bedroom for her to use. But let's just say I have well, if I don't finish it tonight, that's okay. We can finish it in the morning, but we have to wash our blankets. Now we have other blankets, but I think Jay and I, depending on how warm it is, we're going to try to sleep without blankets, and just either that, or what we're going to do, which somebody suggested, is double up on our bedding, our sheets and whatnot. So if she does have an accident on, like, let's say a blanket or one of the other comforters we have, hopefully we won't sleep all the way through, and we can just throw that off into the pile of bedding material that needs to be washed. But you can't be mad at her. I mean, she's in a foreign situation with two loving people, and there's a thunderstorm outside, and you know, I'm gonna have to remember when I get home tonight is to put her on the leash and take her outside and see if she'll go potty outside before bedtime. So, but I'm already thankful for all the people from Facebook who, you know, have put a lot of positivity into our new bundle of joy. I've been around enough puppies to know that, yeah, puppies are going to be puppies. They're going to have their accidents. There's nothing you can do but try your best to train them. Excuse me for that belch. But I'm happy. I really am happy. I don't know if Carla's left or not. Carla is one of Mom's friends who takes Mom to her doctor's appointments and whatnot. Yes, I have a strap on the back of my glasses because at work they do not want to stay in place. They want to slide off my face, so I needed to get a strap to keep them from doing exactly that. But give me one moment. Here she is. Here is little Oreo Freya Henson. I woke her up from a little puppy nap. So she's a little like, what are you doing to me, Daddy? But can you not love that face? I mean, she is the sweetest little thing. She doesn't really make a lot of noise. When she was in her, well, we put her in my mom's old cat carrier when we went out. And anytime I got out of the vehicle to go running into a store to get some stuff for her, she would sit up and follow, you know, she would sit up in the carrier on Jerry Ann's lap and follow me. Like, literally, like, where's he going? And she's trying to fall back to sleep in my arm. It's okay. If we weren't in my office where there's too many things that you can get in trouble with, I'd put you down. Jerry Ann had a little Snoopy doll that she loves to play with and all that kind of stuff. And I forgot to get one little particular toy, which I'm going to try to pick up at Walmart tonight. A little rope so we can have little tug wars. Because she is such a beautiful dog and she loves to play when she wants to play. But of course, like all puppies and kittens, once they're done playing, they get very, very sleepy and just want to take a nap. Oh, that was a big sigh. But this is our new little bundle of joy. She is, as you can tell on her face, she's got a little bit of a white stripe. But if you turn her around, she's got this white stripe down her neck and like a white collar, white little paws. But hi, it's a new room. If I was to lift her chin up, she's got like the little brown areas here on the side of her face, and she got two little moles underneath her chin, like a German Shepherd. But these little paws are so small that she's not going to get to be a very big dog, which is why we love her so much. Of course, when our friend brought her over, our friend gave her a nice little bath in our tub, and I have to get, because our local shops that I went to for pet supplies did not have a lot of pet supplies, to be honest with you. So I'm going to have to spend a little extra money at Walmart tonight for puppy food and some toys. And ooh, what a yawn. What a yawn. Yeah. And so, yes. But you should have seen her when I picked her up yesterday. She was just licking my face and checking everything out. Oh, what was that little grunt? Am I squeezing you too hard, sweetie? Let me try to pick you up the way my dad taught me how. Get my arm underneath your butt. Hold on to your paws. Yeah, there we go. There you go. But she's a good kid. She's a good girl. Kid. But this little angel plus my wife will be a very big focus. Because I tell you what, when I saw her and picked her up and she started licking me all over, it was instant, I knew this was going to be instant. This is our dog. She's not going back to somebody else or something like that. The only thing I have to worry about, because it had already happened this morning, and no, okay, goody. I'm checking her nose because earlier this morning, she was exploring the house and went into the kitchen. And Daisy, who's usually the calmest of the two cats, she wanted to check out Daisy. So Daisy gave her a little boop on the nose, and thankfully didn't draw blood or anything like that, but it startled her, and she went and hid underneath one of the chairs at the dining room table. I had to coax her out, and then once I coaxed her out and brought her out back into the room where Mom and Jerry Ann was, we pulled out the bacon scented doggy treats, which she loves. So she got some treats just to calm her down, and I am probably going to be spending a lot of time tomorrow, since it's my day off, playing with her and trying to get some basic training, basic puppy training. Watch her, make sure she doesn't pee in the wrong place or poop in the wrong place, and get her on the wee pad, and then, try to get her outside with her harness, and you see her little blue harness, and her leash, to see how well she does. We did not have her harness and leash when we got back from running around, and I took her out of the carrier so she can run around on the grass and maybe do her business there. And she did pee outside, but after she got done with her business and we were trying to corral her to take her inside, she decided to trick Daddy. And while I was trying to run around and try to get her, she ran to the carport and underneath the van, and it took a few minutes, and Mom and her friend pulled up in the driveway, and that's when the puppy came out to find out who was here. And I snuck around the back of the van while my mom's friend was trying to coax her to come forward, and just as I got to right behind her and was about ready to grab her, she went to turn around and run back underneath the van, but I got her. I caught her before she can get back underneath that van. But we're talking about getting one of those round expandable baby cages. Like, it's the four walls for the baby to play in. And we're going to do that with her and see what happens. And we also thought about one of those invisible fence lines, where it's a laser or a grid that has sensors, basically, that you implant into the ground. And if the dog or animal tries to go too close, the collar they have to wear gives her a little bit of a shock, enough to basically say, hey, you don't want to go past this point. But it will let the deer and other animals who like to come into our yard come into our yard. But I'm just glad that Daisy did not use her claws when telling the puppy to go away. But it caused her to yelp and run for cover. But if that's the worst that happens, I'm fine with that, because it will teach the puppy that this is an animal that will tolerate you as long as you keep your distance, especially Daisy. Now, Baby, on the other hand, has been hiding out in Lisa's room, and the puppy does not go in that area yet. I don't know. I don't think she has reason to yet, and that's why she hasn't. So, but anyhow, I'm going to let you guys go. That way I have enough time to put this video online and then relax a little bit before having to go to work. So, hair. I don't know what that was. Sorry about that, folks. So, she may become part of live videos or just part of videos, just because she's such a sweetie. Of course, that means I might be doing videos in a different room than in this room, because I want her to be able to explore, but this room is not ready for her to explore just yet. And yes, we are planning on taking her on car trips to see how well she does in a car. We are going to, once it warms up and we can get the van set up for van camping, vamping, whatever, camping, whatever you want to call it, and see how well she does with that. Because I would like her to get used to riding in the car. I would like to get her used to being at campsites, and I'd like her to get used to sleeping with us in the van. So we'll see how things go. So until next time, I hope you guys have a good day. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put them in the question and comment box. Oh, I'm not done. I'm sorry. Somebody had already asked me on Netflix, or not Netflix, Instagram. Am I worried about her with this mom smoking? Yes and no. I'm more worried about her getting into trouble because of the ashes and whatnot and getting hurt. As for the smoke, I'm not too worried about that, because smoke will rise, and she's such a small puppy, she's down on the floor. So she's not going to get as much smoke issues, as I would. But she is, we are already planning on taking her to the vet to get her examined, get her any shots that she needs, find out how old she really is, and maybe if a doctor can tell us, the vet can tell us, her breed. because between the white and the brown, well, the brown and the spots underneath her nose, or underneath her chin, I'm going to say she's got some German Shepherd on her. Her ears look like beagle. Coloring also could be beagle. I don't know if beagles get the little moles or hairs on them, so she might be beagle and shepherd, or beagle and some other mix, but she's definitely a mixed breed. So now I will do my farewell. I hope you guys have a good day. Go ahead and give this a thumbs up if you like this video. Any questions or comments, go ahead and put them in the question comment box. If you're new to my channel and want to see more videos with this darling little thing, or any other videos that I might put out there, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. And once you do that, you can hit the little bell, and when I put in my next video, you will get notified that I have a video. So until next time, you guys have a good day. Bye.